pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello. Roll call please.
Alan Migliorini.
Here.
Jennifer McCarr. Here.
All right, approval of minutes for August 21st, 2024.
Make a motion to approve the minutes for August 21st, 2024.
Well, second. Roll call please.
Alan Migliorini.
Yes.
Jennifer McCarr.
Yes. Correspondence. That's it. All right, sanitary report.
Gonna be a little lengthy here, but, first things first, I came before you, the board not last month, month before last, and we need to get a manhole lid raised. It's sitting below grade, and you have to get a second, loaded. I finally obtained a second quote. I got one here from Minutes and one from Augustin, I'll pronounce that right. Augustin. And so we can get, it's right there at, on Rack Road, so we're bringing that up to grade, so it's not getting buried by, the one, ladies driveway, I forgot his name.
Okay.
So. There's that. Back on the 19th of August, I think it was, I got a phone call Friday, got a phone call saying there was some brown sludge on 1171 Time Street. So I was not in town, so I had one street guys go take a look at it, and it was our manhole had backed up with a bunch of waste and was literally oozing out the top. So in the packet that I gave you is obviously is a map of harbor trails. So, and to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at, and then a smaller map of obviously where the incident took place. So, if you look at the bigger map and you see that basically that everything in the harbor trails is basically in the easement as far as sewer lines, except for where the incident occurred. So we had a bore through there. So next thing was obviously the locate that we had for that. It was emergency locate back in March of March 1st, 2024. And I highlighted there where they did specify that there was going to be no boring. The water line is on the west side of the street, sanitation is on the east side of the street. So we run a PVC line from the west side down to the east side, and I use a boring machine, I don't know. Next page is the wonderful prepared report that Jeanette had filled out for us. Great job, Jeanette. Thank you very much for handling that. And then, of course, everything else is going to be the pictures of which I received for that incident. Now, this happened on a Friday evening, obviously, when everybody's gone home. I immediately called Eagle Services and had them come out and at least clean the line so we can get it flowing again. And they did a great job. So, Friday evening, they got it flowing. I had everyone was checking the line periodically throughout Saturday and periodically on Sunday until we get to it on Monday. And there were no issues over the weekend. So Monday it came out, is when they had Mets come out with their sucker truck and jetted the line again, stuck the camera in it. And the next pictures you see here is a lot of rock. That's not waste, that's rock. So that we were finding in the line. And then we finally got to what the problem was, which is the fourth. So just line through water line. So how a blue water line came through my sewer line without a boring machine, I don't know. So and then I got on the phone with Indiana American Water. And Sherry has been a real good help with the whole thing. She got over the plumber and they came out the very next day and working to get that. So this page here where the gravel was, that is basically a washout. So every time that we flush that line, we took gravel. So that is the, yeah, that was a very big sinkhole that we were creating when we were doing that line. So in a nutshell, the line's been repaired. Once the line was finalized, repaired, we went out there the next day, this is a very long day. And we flushed one more time. We wanted to make sure that everybody's clean out, or everyone's tap was clean. And we got record of all that through video and everything else, that everything was cleaned out so that lines would flow. So I know the residents were happy, I get it. However, this was emergency repair. We had no time to be, not for the same day. So, but on Monday and Tuesday, they were notified that. So, the last 2 pages, obviously, were the invoices, 1 and 3 equal services for emergency, and then 2 days with meds for us to campground and for the repair. All of those is no cost to us. Those are all for Indian American Water and Spirit Handling. So that's it for the board. Yesterday, I got an email from Matt saying Mr. Piazza was experiencing some drainage issues with his house. Now, he is basically 3 houses to the south of where the board crew had happened. So, Brandon went out and I was at a funeral on Monday. So Brandon went out, checked for me. Everything was flowing. We looked at the manhole to the north, the manhole to the south. Everything was flowing like it's supposed to. We didn't see any kind of block. I got concerned when I talked to Ms. Piazza later that evening. And again, he had a plumber out there for almost 2 hours and still no progress. So I immediately got a hold of Jennifer and says, there's something going on. So we dropped the camera in the line. We filmed it. For the sake of our potential audience there, I'm not going to show video of the official camera. That's what you see here is basically in this picture here. It's a very quick glimpse, but we do show some sort of blockage. And this is on the upstream side of it, so this is coming from the north like south, and then we camera it again from south to north, and that's the next page. South to north, so that's the downfall. So we ended up calling out a jet truck. We jetted the line, got it flowing, got it cleaned out, and then what you see here is this is the end result of what we did. So it's pretty clean. So when we got done. When we got done, that's kind of a starting to get around, but when we got done, that's basically it is, in a nutshell, has cleaned out like everybody. The second time it's fine. So, and we cleaned it, and so we filmed it all the way down to Mr. Piazza's tap, and that's the last picture also that you're showing here. And I'm sorry for my camera orientation. So up in the top left corner of that brown streak, that's actually the ground. Okay, so I apologize for that. My camera kind of not wanting to do what it's supposed to do. But anyway, so we stopped at Mr. Piazza's sewer tap, and you can see that says 1 there, that's to the west. And you see how pretty clean that is. It's not a definitive look at it, but you see how clean it is. Mr. Piazza is just as clean. And when we got done that evening, he still had a problem here. I cannot authorize or tell the plumber or the jetter or anybody else to jet this line. That puts us in so much liability. So anything from basically where the tap is to the house is only. So I recommended who we get, and then if we could, if that person had a camera to camera line to see if there's a work through issue there as well, or a collapse issue, but something is causing it. So all I can tell you is from our end, as of right now, there is no falling out.
So we haven't heard back from them yet, so.
I have not checked out.
Okay.
So he was supposed to reach out after that was fine.
Alright.
So, but I'll
Okay, give us an update.
follow up on that.
Adam, what is that?
That is
Just buildup of human waste?
so that's human waste, and a lot of that is flushable wipes.
That aren't supposed to be in the sewers. That the town has sent out many a flyer saying, do not flush.
Yes. Yes, even though they say flushables, do not.
They're not.
They're not. I'll be happy to show you, pictures and everything else when we go to lift stations and how much we have to pull out of our pumps, all these flushable wipes. And other female articles that we have to take out as well, so, yeah, it's not pleasant, but hey, that's the value of it. Other than that, we had purchase call out, number 2, it ended up being like a loose wire, that's Mr. Piazza's tap here, it's showing now. That's Karen picking out, it'll be back on.
Oh.
But,
Okay.
Or was I at? Oh, we had an issue with number 2, this loose wire got repaired and we're good to go. So other than that, that's all I have. We're moving along.
Alright. So Rack Road handhold, do we want to approve?
What was did they communicate what the lead time was to fix it?
Or,
Manhole cover?
it's gonna be 1 day operation.
Okay, so it'll be, if we approve it tonight, it'll be within the next week or so, right?
I believe
2 weeks, whatever.
they're Mr. Piazza's, tap there. And I said, it's just as clear as everything else.
Okay.
There's not a huge amount of difference.
I'll just go with that.
Yeah,
Make a motion to approve Met's Plumbing to fix the manhole cover.
I will second. Roll call please.
Alan Migliarini,
Yes.
Jennifer McCarthy.
Yes. Alright. Wastewater treatment plant report, is Greg on?
Yes, he is.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Hi Greg.
Greg.
Hello. So everything's running well at the plant. All the paperwork was submitted on time. The only thing that we've done in the last month was we replaced some PVC pipe in the east aeration basin that had some small cracks in it, just to take care of it before it became an issue. I think we did that on September 11th. Got it done the same day. It didn't have any effect on operations, but I'd just like to keep you guys posted on anything that we do there. Everything else is going well. We're still in the process of doing some engineering work to see if we can use the UV system down there. We don't have any results yet, but I'll keep you guys posted as soon as I get those.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Jeanette?
So the only item I have for a report is after our last meeting, this is regarding the flow meter data. We had looked at the the report that the engineer provided, the text report at the last meeting. He sent graphs, and there was also a spreadsheet that he had sent from the last meeting. Now he gave us graphs that correspond with that spreadsheet.
Okay.
So just his report last month had stated that for lift station number 6, for a rain event on July 14th, that he did notice, okay, so we had 2 meters in one manhole in, that captured Trail Creek and also Florida's Landing. That he noticed that, there was some presumed rain infiltration registering on that meters, and that's probably in the section of the report where he talks under conclusions. So just really on the graph, when I look at the graphs, now he did say that the Portland's Landing flow had more I than the Trail Creek flow. So on this graph, that is on the, let's see. I believe that is on the last
This
It's on the last page, I think, or.
207 Fairchild?
Well, I might hear the wrong page, but, so if it's the graph I'm thinking of, you can look at this too. If it's the graph I'm thinking of, I think it is on this day, 7/14, and I believe. Now granted, and I can email these to you too, because they show up in color, but I believe it is this spike here, because it probably took some time to, there was the rain flow, it happened, a couple times over the day. Yeah, the dark black is the rain, and then the flow is, these lines correlate, again, I can't tell the color difference here. But that it then spikes up later in the day, so it took time to build up. So really, the only new item here is the graphs that are just a visual representation of what he talked about in his report. So now Adam had, we had a discussion, what was that, last week?
Yeah.
That there's Cortland's Landing has, I don't. I think I found this on the ground. That Cortland's Landing has some manholes that are, the 2 manholes that are off, like for future development.
Yes.
And now since we talked, did you go out? Well, we haven't had any rain in a while. Did you look at those a little bit more? Cause I haven't, to see if they look like maybe they're in a bowl, maybe.
Oh, and like
Maybe-
holding water?
Yes, maybe in a rain event, they're holding water and it's infiltrating around the manhole cover, because those are not, I mean, they're heavy and tight,
Yeah.
they're not watertight. So that,
I'll
but
pick up that first thing tomorrow.
That's okay.
No, we had a discussion and.
we haven't had rain.
Right.
So that could be a spot where we're getting, especially when that report says that the rain was more noticeable coming from Cortland's Landing. So that could be a spot where we're getting, some infiltration. So that's something to follow up on. Do you have any other thing to add? That was the bulk of my report, because, because the other items with the item that had happened at the last.
Yeah.
Right.
Could you email this to see the color?
Yes, I
Okay.
would do that.
Thank you.
It's just, it all got locked.
Yeah.
There's 3 different meters, so trying to separate them, and put them all chronologically. Yes, I did that and I'll email it to you.
So, actually, I'm gonna, so now that we've done 3, now we've done 6, are we ready to review?
Number 5. Well,
Number 5.
I sent, so I questioned, his name is Alan, and I questioned him, like, what do you think about putting the meters back in? Like, we're kind of, he said sometimes in the fall you do get significant rain, but because again, if you're not getting any rain flow, then you're metering for you're not getting anywhere with your meter. So we would kind of want to wait and see to see if it looked like we might be getting rain in a forecast, to think about getting them back out there. So we just don't know that yet.
Right.
I guess, yeah, we don't know that yet. I don't have an answer to that yet.
Okay. No, I was just figuring where we go next, so we're coming by and so.
Right.
Do that.
Yeah, all right. I can appreciate, you want to know.
Thank you. Future infrastructure, we have nothing going on right now. New business. Approval of claims. So we have 2 claims that we're pretty sure we approved at last month meeting.
Yes, the one claim should have been approved at the council meeting. The second claim was provided to me by Jeanette, yesterday, or no, it was last. No, we talked about something else.
Oh,
Last week, but, she told me in the email that we had already approved up to 50,000 for said project.
I thought, so I think that's what Sharon had talked about metering and meeting.
Right.
So that was a partial billing on the metering. And that I had held on to that invoice for a while because maybe he's busy, but he sends his data a little bit at a time and said, I understand I owe you data and that you're not gonna pay me until I send the data, so that's why I held on to that.
Yeah.
And he hasn't sent any other invoices yet.
Okay. So do we need to make another motion to approve them again?
So was it approved last month or not?
Yeah, I think we approved it up to 50,000.
It wasn't last month.
Or
was
like
a couple
July, I
months
think.
ago.
What? Might as well do it again.
Okay,
Yeah, there is a signature sheet in here, I'm sure.
okay. Alright. Well,
Make a motion to approve the invoice for sewer system services and this one, right?
yeah,
For
guess,
gas and
I
Voda.
think it was just those two, the top two, correct?
Mhm.
I'll second. Roll call, please.
Alan Meliori.
Yes.
Jennifer McCarr.
Yes. Spending review. I've looked at it and I don't see anything.
Yeah, so I agree. I don't see anything.
Mhm. And delinquencies? Anything out of the ordinary?
Nope.
And flow report. Lift station 2, we only got half a month because of replacing
Right.
the box, so,
And just a footnote to that is, it's been recording ever since, so it's.
so we're,
Yes,
okay.
so this month,
Mhm.
September's, will actually be a full month, so.
Okay. All right, and go to the order.
Anything else? You good?
Anybody?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second,
Alan Meliori.
Yes.
Jennifer McCarr.
yes.
Alright.
But-